This movie is shit from a butt. Hello and welcome to my review of Scream 7. We're just gonna get straight into it. This is a movie franchise that I really love. The first movie is tied with Texas Chainsaw Massacre and number 3 horror movies that I absolutely adore with all my heart. Number 2 is The Thing. Number 1 is Jacob's Ladder. That doesn't matter. Now this movie, when I first saw the trailer, I thought, oh my god, they're actually releasing it because this movie's been in development hell for however long. And then I started to think about it because I saw it at literally every single movie except for maybe Avatar, Fire and Ash, or whatever that one is. Every single time I would see the trailer and think, wait, hold on, this is really weird. You're spoiling all the kills, including the opening kills, and also that Stu Macher's house is being burned down. What the fuck is happening? And then we get into the boycotts for this movie. The two reasons this movie was boycotted is because an actress from the previous movies spoke up in favor of Palestine and she got fired because of it, which is fucking ridiculous. You know, speaking up against genocide, that's kind of ridiculous to be fired over. And then on top of that, this movie is apparently paired with Meta AI, which, what the fuck? This movie is directed by Kevin Williamson, who has been a part of the franchise since the very beginning, whether it be writer, director, producer, whatever. He's been a part of this franchise since the start. So it baffles me how you fumble this fucking hard when these are your characters, essentially. How do you manage this? Now, let's start with the positives, because there's not a lot here. There's really not a lot here. Number one, there is a actually pretty interesting, fun kill. One, and it made me wince and go, oh, that's a pretty fun kill. Yeah. And then the other good thing about this movie is there's a lot of really cool shots of Ghostface. I do like a lot of the shadow play that they do with him. There's a whole bunch of really cool scenes with him. And that's it. Wrap up the positive section. We are not even going to have a mixed section because there's nothing I'm mixed on. Everything else is negative. So I saw this movie at an AMC fan film release, whatever you want to call it. So I got a poster and they showed some stuff before the movie. I'm sorry, before the trailers before the movie, which includes an Ice Nine Kills music video. The worst one I've ever seen. I like Ice Nine Kills. Ex Mortis, Stabbing in the Dark, work of art. I like Ice Nine Kills. But what the fuck was this? I thought it was Ice Nine Kills, but then it just sounded so off and the visuals were just terrible. I want to do a fucking Leon Kennedy backflip out of the theater. And then it turns out, yeah, it's Ice Nine Kills. Not a fan of that. And then we get to the actual movie. Oh my god. Let's talk technical aspects. Acting, terrible. Whatever camera they used is god awful. It's the same kind of camera that they used for the Goosebumps movie back in like 2014, except modernized and somehow worse. A lot of scenes have this weird blurry effect that I keep seeing in every single modern movie. The first one I can think of that does a lot of this is Dust Bunny from last year. The script writing is generic. Terrible. Dialogue, mediocre. All the technical shit is not great. Also, the music. Oh my god, the music in this. I should have known from the terrible Ice Nine Kills song that the soundtrack was going to be not great. There's not a single moment during the movie where I actually liked any of the music. And I like generally generic movie music. So that is some harsh words coming from me. Also, as a slasher movie, guess what? It sucks. The kills, not great. There's, like I said, there's one decent kill, and then there's another one that is cool to look at the aftermath of, but the actual process of the kill itself is so fucking boring. How do you make a slasher movie fucking boring in the slasher department? That's kind of the whole thing about the movie. Having fun kills. Now, as a Scream movie, this is fucking awful. What they're doing to the characters, awful. All the stuff that should be hidden away from the trailer, all the stuff that you see in the trailer happens in this movie, and because you see it in the trailer, it is all fucking ruined. All the kills, a whole bunch of stuff is just fucking ruined because it's all in the trailer. I'm sorry, this is so disorganized. I didn't even prep a usual pros cons list. I'm just fucking yapping to a microphone. The characterization of everyone in this is so bad. So bad. They want to have this whole mother-daughter connection thing with Sydney and Tatum, and it's not even surface level. It's in the fucking air. It's so poorly done, so poorly executed. Everyone else, aside from those two, the most generic background characters ever, when they're not even supposed to be background characters. They're supposed to be somewhat central secondary characters. You know, there's certain things that make a Scream movie a Scream movie. We have the cold open kills, which is one of the most iconic parts of a Scream movie. And here, all of it is spoiled in the fucking trailer. Except for the way the husband dies, which, to be fair, that was kind of cool to look at. And then we have the rest of the movie, which is so fucking generic. Most of it is predictable. And what isn't predictable is so goddamn annoying, which I'll get to in the spoiler section. But just to keep it spoiler free, if you've seen any of the Scream movies, you're going to be sorely and severely disappointed by the reveal of the killer, which is another one of the most iconic parts about the Scream franchise. The chase sequences aren't fun. There's nothing fun about this movie. The whole meta thing is not even funny. And I'm not talking about the meta AI thing. I mean, the people that are related to Randy from the first movie, God rest his soul, they make a joke that, oh, nostalgia to the original, blah, 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 blah. That does not excuse this entire movie being a fucking callback. This entire movie is a goddamn callback to the first and some of the other previous movies. Like Tatum, she's in theater. And then you have a scene where her boyfriend, who looks almost exactly like Cotton Weary, by the way, which is terrifying, he climbs through her window and says almost verbatim what Billy Loomis does in the first movie. And none of it's funny, none of it is well set up, none of it is self-aware enough. None of it works anymore, so why are we still doing these movies? If you want a good meta movie, watch the new Scary Movie that's going to be coming out. I think it said it was coming out in April. I don't remember. I saw the trailer for it. It looked fun. Might watch it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Scary Movie franchise, but for the fun of it, I might just watch it. It'll definitely be better than this, at least. Now, before I get into all the spoilers, if you still want some more information about this movie, because I know I'm just rattling things off, what about Matthew Lillard? Well, you are going to be severely disappointed with what they do with Stu Macher in this movie. Oh my god, it's so egregious. It's so bad. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about spoilers, okay? Spoilers for Scream 7. If you want to watch it, stop here and just go watch it. I do not recommend watching it, but if you want to watch it, go right on ahead. I am not your dad. Go have fun with it. But if you don't care for spoilers, here's the meat and potatoes of it. Here is the bullshit. First of all, the Stu Macher house burning, that was a whole thing with the trailer, and it's part of the cold open kill. Why? Why? Okay, I have a conspiracy theory here where the whole reason that they burned down Stu Macher's house, where the events of the original movie happened, the reason that they did that was to get people in seats, was to sell tickets. Because Scream fans are going to wonder why the fuck are they burning down Stu Macher's house? And they burn it down in the first 10 minutes. For what reason? I don't fucking know. And then we get to the whole killer reveal. And also, this relates to Matthew Lillard. All of it comes together, okay? We're going to start with the killers. So, the two killers here are the mental hospital staff guy, as well as the next door neighbor. The reason that they're the killers here are because the next door neighbor, she was in an abusive relationship, and she read Sidney Prescott's self-help book and murdered her husband. And then she went to a mental hospital where she met the staff guy. I don't remember either of their names, by the way. I don't remember anybody's name that isn't a Legacy character or Tatum. They met, they started chatting about, murdering people as one does. And then they concoct this whole plan over, 16 or 17, 18 years? I'm not making a 6-7 joke. Shut the fuck up. They devised this whole plan to kill Sidney Prescott so they could have Tatum essentially be the new Sidney Prescott. Which, what fucking sense does that make? What? What? What fucking motive is that? And also, she wants to get revenge. She wants to kill Sidney because she doesn't like her. What the fuck? Bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. It's not satisfying. It's not built up to enough because not a single person in this movie, including the legacy characters like Sidney and Gale, are characterized. They don't get development. They don't get any sort of depth. They just exist. And I swear to God, this relates to Stu Macher, Matthew Lillard. So there's a scene where Sidney's on the phone and, is it going to be another Ghostface prank caller? Ha ha ha, whatever. And then the caller wants to FaceTime for whatever reason. And for whatever reason, this, safety security lady who just really wants to hide herself, she decides, I'm going to FaceTime this guy. What fucking sense does that make? Anyway, it turns out to be Stu Macher, which, by the way, that was so goddamn jarring. I was like, whoa, hold on. That's how we're introducing Stu Macher? That's how we're bringing back Matthew Lillard? What the fuck is happening? Well, it turns out that not only him, but Laurie Metcalf as Billy's mother, and David Arquette as Dewey, and I forgot the other guy. I don't remember who it was. They all come back, except they're not actually back. They're not back. Their actors are there, but the characters are not back. You want to know why? You want to know why they're not back? Because they're all AI deepfakes. That's the whole thing with this movie. They're all AI deepfakes. Stu fucking Marker is an AI deepfake in this. You spent however long hyping up that you have Matthew Lillard back, and all you're gonna do is have him be a fucking AI deepfake. This is supposed to be his movie after having 2 movies surrounding Billy Loomis's love child daughter, and now we get to go to Stu Macher, Matthew motherfucking Lillard, and this is what you're doing with him, and you have the gall to bring back Billy's mother and Dewey and the other guy I don't remember. What the fuck is wrong with you? What sense does that make? I'm not kidding when I say, if you told me like a week ago that the whole plot point of this movie is that they're going to AI deepfake Stu Macher, Billy's mom, Dewey, and the other guy, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it is. They're all going to be AI deepfaked, and they're going to be part of this ploy to basically rage bait Sidney Prescott to lure her to these fuck-ass killers who have little to no relation to Sidney or Tatum. There's no build-up. There's nothing. If you told me that a week ago, before I saw this, I wouldn't believe you. I'd say, haha, you're funny. Tee haha, I'm gonna go watch it anyway. Oh my god. It's so stupid. So stupid. You're burning down his house, and then you have him as an AI deepfake. What? I hope to God we do not get another Scream movie. I'm tired of this. It was already a little much doing the previous 2 movies, but at least they had some sort of characterization. At least they had some sort of character depth. At least they had some sort of story. Here, what's the story? Sidney and Tatum are trying to be a better mother-daughter relationship. What was the fucking point of this movie? What is the moral of the story? What is any of this? I'm genuinely baffled by the direction or lack thereof that this movie went in. If we have another Scream movie, I'm genuinely going to lose my mind. I love the movies. I really, really do. But what? It's so generic, so bland. There's no point in watching this. There really isn't. So yeah, not a great movie. It's really not. But hopefully next week we will have better movies. We got The Bride, and hopefully I can see Dolly next week. Thank you for listening to me scream in a microphone for however long this turns out to be after editing. This is all my opinion. If you like the movie, please, I beg of you to enlighten me. Or if you also didn't like the movie, share your thoughts. Share the trauma. That's about it for me. I'm gonna have some food and then go the fuck to sleep. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Y'all stay safe, and I will be seeing y'all soon.